Good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. We had the biggest upset yesterday in the NCAA history. If not tied for that, tied for another one, the second one, or the first, whichever you want to put it. Tied for first NCAA tournament history. A 16-beater won. Purdue gets eliminated with, truthfully, the only way a 16-beater won is you play a slow pace. Zach Edey, center, had 21 for Purdue, but fell down on the last few possessions. This would be like the Jayhawks beating the Boston Celtics in a playoff game, because that's what the tournament is, because you got to get up for every tournament game. And leading all scorers for the Sean Moore had 19 for Fordham, and for Purdue, Zach Edey had 21. So that's incredible. Kansas State starts out with the win, beats Montana State. Kansas State was favored by 8.5. Kansas State player Keontae Johnson had 18. DeQuan Tomlin had 13, and Marquise Noel had 17. Again, the Cats win 77-65, as they do beat the spread by 12. As they win by 12, the spread was 8.5. The little school from Furman, who I had to look up as Furman Sab, South Carolina, the game going on right now against San Deigo State is 46-28, as it looks like Furman's going to end their season after a big upset. Now we move on to the Jayhawks are 7-2 in their last 9, both losing to Texas. Kansas is favored by 4. I'll take Kansas but Arkansas has more of the pros. Kansas will need to get KJ Adams and Grady Dick and Jalen Wilson involved in the game. That's when they're at their best. Arkansas has more pros, but Kansas has figured out how to put the team together. Kansas is favored by 4. Give me the Jayhawks 70-63. Self is recovering from a heart procedure today. Now we go to Mizzou. As we mentioned yesterday, Mizzou got a break as they don't have to face a number 2 seed. Instead, they will face a number 15 seed, Pepperdine. In order to win, Mizzou's got to hit the threes, fire them a lot, is what they do. Although I'd like to see them going inside. That's when they play their best. In the last 7, the Tigers have won 6 out of the last 7. Really good job playing bully ball. Damari Hodge leads the team in threes, and he can hit the threes. Kobe Brown can really hit the threes too. And they love to pass the ball to each other. Mizzou needs to force turnovers, as Hodge leads the team in most steals ever in a single season to put uniform for Missouri. Kobe Brown won't let the team push him around, and he is very, very strong and a unique player nowadays, as he stayed for 4 years. He can also step out and hit the three. Missouri has about 5 players that can hit the three. I've got Missouri 80-70. Mizzou is favored by 6.5. Tip time is set for 5-10. Now let's move on to the rest of the college basketball games. Duke will play Tennessee at 1:40 in a little over an hour. As we said, San Diego State leads Furman 49-30 now. Arkansas and Kansas number 1 and Arkansas number 8. 28-7 Kansas. Arkansas 21-13 has not been able to put it together this season as much as they should have. Mizzou will play Pepperdine. Your tip is at 5-10. Houston and Auburn, number 1 versus number 9. Houston has a couple of players out with injury. Jamal Sheehan left with an injury of going, and Marcus Caesars has knee problems. We'll see if they play today. Marcus Caesars is very limited on Thursday. We've got Penn State and Texas. Texas number 2. Penn State at number 10 seeded. Texas could be a team that makes the Final Four. UCLA Northwestern, UCLA 2, Northwestern is 7. Alabama number 1 seeded with Brandon Miller, and number 8 seeded Maryland. Auburn and Houston tip off at 6:10. Penn State and Texas take off at 6:45. 7 and 2 Northwestern and UCLA tip off at 7:40. Maryland and Alabama tip off at 8:40. An 8 versus a 1. Creighton is 6 versus a 3. They tip off at 6:10. FDU and FAU tip off at 6:45. And we'll go over tomorrow's games tomorrow. And I want to get you real quickly on how many teams the Big 12 have left and how many teams the SEC have. There's 5 teams left in the Big 12 and there's 5 left in the SEC. News in the NFL. The Chiefs replaced Juan Thornhill with Brian Edwards at 52 tackles. He had his best season. The Chiefs will also flip Brian Cook, safety Justin Reed. Charles Omoyu's 2-year deal. Juan Taylor signs a 4-year deal with the Chiefs. The Chiefs like to do a lot of 1-year deal, but for the guys that protect Patrick Mahomes, you want to keep them right there for him. St. Patrick's Day was Patrick Mahomes' day yesterday. Tonya's Pride signs his hometown deal with the Bears. Linebacker Trim Emmons and linebacker TJ Edwards, who is very good for the Bills. And Eagles, Nate Davis, guard, was the 9th overall pick in 2023. 62nd. Panthers trade 2024 first round pick. Panthers I trade another one, 2025. Bears trade their first round pick to the Panthers. They also get DJ Moore, the Bears do. The Bears get the first pick from the Panthers this year. They also get a 2024 second round pick and a second round pick in 2025. They also get DJ Moore for the trade. Now, that was a while back. The Bears also signed DeMarcus Walker, former Titan, running back Travis Homer, quarterback PJ Walker, Robert Tonya returns to home, as we said. Andrew Billing from the Raiders, and left safety Patrick Scales. Andrew Billings looked like he could eat people. You'll see how big he is at the end. The Bears got a B+. The Chiefs got a B for their offseason. We'll see tomorrow. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report.